on Mountain News this morning, the search continues for a wanted man from eastern Tennessee. And Kentucky is still struggling to get its new vehicle information system working properly.
Dedicated to eastern and southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, I'm Madison Carmouche. It is 6:31 this morning on February 12th, 2024. Let's check in with meteorologist Tim Drawbridge for a look at your forecast this morning.
No, don't take us back an hour, Madison. Some of us didn't get much sleep at the game last night, right? And it's a Monday, too. Nonetheless, it's a slow Monday for some of us. Check out this view from UVA-wise, a temperature of 45, and yes, visibility less than a mile. Check out the weather headlines as we rock and roll through your Monday. We'll hold on to the clouds, a shower threat, but that evolves into a steadier rain threat late this afternoon into tonight with a transition to snow. How much, right? And who's got Valentine's Day plans? I know a few of you do. Okay, a lot of you do. Valentine's Day? It's looking bright. Question is how warm, right? Temperature-wise, cooler to the north and west. A lot of us waking up in the 40s, some lower 50s, Harlan and Jacksboro. Visibility-wise, again, out toward Pike County, over toward UVA-wise. Yeah, pea soup thick out your way, so a little extra time on this Monday morning. Pinpoint Doppler radar, a few showers, Harlan toward Middlesboro. A lot of clouds, eastern, central, southern Kentucky. We hold that in the forecast as we head through your Monday. So after we lose the fog for a number of us this morning, it's mostly cloudy, threat of a shower, and the steadier rain comes into play late this afternoon into this evening. More about the First Alert 7-day forecast and, all right, bright, warm Valentine's Day? Hold on, that all works together? We'll explain in a few moments. Madison?
All right, Tim, thank you. The search continues for Kenneth Dehart in Blount County, Tennessee. Law enforcement say Dehart shot two deputies, killing Deputy Greg McCowan and harming Deputy Shelby Eggers. Deputies initially pulled Dehart over for erratic driving in the wrong lane. They say he did not cooperate and eventually fired shots. Right now, there is a $100,000 reward for information to his arrest. But this morning, two people accused of trying to help Dehart are due in court. One is Kenneth's brother, Marcus Irving Dehart. Deputies arrested him on Friday. He faces accessory after the fact charges. Deputies arrested Dehart's girlfriend, Carrie Matthews, Thursday night in Sevier County, Tennessee. She also faces accessory after the fact charges. The funeral is Wednesday at 1. After losing his vision in one eye and breaking his femur, 14-year-old Bell County teenager has found his footing in a unique sport. WYMT's RJ Johnson explains.
At 10 years old, Preston Rose lost his vision in his left eye after a boating accident.
When it first happened, I didn't think I'd be able to do any sports because I thought I was going to be blind for the rest of my life.
After the accident, he tried traditional sports such as basketball and football until one day he found a sport that he loved, motocross racing.
We haven't really rode at any tracks. We just rode up some trails, some rocky hills and stuff, and I thought it was so fun and cool and stuff.
So he started taking it more seriously, participating in competitions throughout the country.
When you're out there on the track, I mean, there's probably so many things that's going through your mind, like, am I going to get a good start? Am I going to go down or get hurt? Or if I'm going to get good place, bad place, it really depends. But once you're out there on the track, you feel like you're so alive, especially when you're beating people.
Despite not having vision in his left eye, Rose was determined to be the best he could be. He went on to win several awards and championships until he crashed at a race, breaking his leg.
When I first broke my femur, I didn't really know what was wrong. I couldn't tell if it was broke or if it wasn't broke. So I tried to get back up, and then I could immediately tell something was wrong. And immediately after the surgery, we started, right off the bat, doing physical therapy so we can get back onto the bike.
With months of physical therapy, he made his return back to the track. His first race back was at the same track where he crashed just months before.
I was kind of nervous because just coming back at the same track where I where it all happened. Kind of nervous because I didn't know what was really going to happen or nothing. But once I got out there and I started having fun and stuff, that whole deal just erased from my mind.
Rose says he has learned a lot in just 4 years of racing.
You're gonna get knocked down. You're gonna get injured. You're gonna get told you can't do this, you can't do that, and you're gonna be beat. There's gonna be people that's so much better than you. The real important thing is to get back up and keep doing it.
Through his faith and support from loved ones, Rose will continue to get back up and race past the finish line. In Bell County, RJ Johnson, WYMT Mountain News.
Rose says motocross has helped him just the way any other sport has, through discipline, sacrifices, and more. He says he has achieved a lot by believing in himself. A Knox County ranch could be a home for children whose family situations have changed due to the drug epidemic. Stephen Smith is Stillwater Youth Ranch of Appalachia's executive director. He says his work as a prosecutor led him to look closer at the foster care system. He hopes his ranch in Knox County would fill the gaps.
As a prosecutor, I had seen a lot of children that were basically left in the hands of grandparents, extended family, neighbors, and acquaintances. And in that situation, through COVID, we saw failing health.
Smith says the ranch would offer a program where kids can come and go depending on their situation. And Stephen Smith isn't the only person fighting addiction. Governor Andy Beshear is pouring millions of dollars into helping mothers fight addiction. The $6 million grant will go to 17 nonprofits across the state. One of those charities is the Volunteers of America Freedom House in Louisville. Betty Asher is one of the many mothers whose lives they have changed. Asher was pregnant and addicted to drugs. She had the choice of giving birth in jail and giving up her son to the system, or entering recovery and raising him. Volunteers of America helped her achieve the latter.
I'm here. I have my baby with me today. Because if not, God knows where he would be at today. If I got this little baby I got to worry about. He's worth everything.
If you or someone you know is in need of recovery housing, you can visit the website in this story on WYMT.com. The Kentucky Transportation Cabinet says they are still having issues with its new vehicle registration system. The new CAVIS system was installed at the beginning of the year. Since then, the cabinet says they are still having problems with out-of-state vehicles and the dealer transfer process. They say things might not be back to normal until next year.
No transaction is really ever seamless, but for it to get where we can roll through this in the manner that we always have, it's going to take that long. Like I said, it seems like when they fix one thing, it breaks something else.
If you need to get your car's registration renewed, officials say to be prepared for long wait times. Saturday, hundreds of people gathered at the Appalachian Wireless Arena for a gala to celebrate raising money for the Pikeville Medical Center. Saturday night, they celebrated the growth of the Appalachian Valley Autism Center in particular, which President and CEO Donovan Blackburn says has become the largest of its kind. He says the center also has a lasting impact on the economy.
But you also look at what it means economically for this region, for families to be able to stay local, not have to travel, not taking money out of their pocket to seek assistance. It speaks volumes of what the mission was and what the intent was. But it's also an economic driver.
Blackburn adds his goal for the AVA Center is to grow it as much as possible. Community members in Pikeville got the chance to get into the season of love by showing love to local businesses. As a part of Pikeville's Love Your Downtown, local businesses were offering unique specials. Folks also got to enjoy some love-filled libations to get in the spirit of the month. Executive Director of Community Relations for the City of Pikeville, Jill Dotson, says it's a way to bring love to the heart of the city.
So February is the month of love, obviously, and we want to do everything we can to celebrate our downtown and our businesses, our small businesses that are in our Pikeville community, not only in Pikeville, but of course across the state of Kentucky.
Along with exploring special deals, community members also got to enjoy carriage rides.
Sounds like that was a fun time, actually, for Valentine's Day. It's looking bright. It's looking pleasant by mid-February standards. Look at the temps this morning. We are in the 40s, closer to 50 as you make way toward Jacksboro, over toward Harlan. Wides of 45, cooler the further north and west you go toward Lexington and Louisville. And visibility-wise this morning, yeah, out toward Pulaski and Wayne counties definitely low, and here across the eastern part of Kentucky on into Virginia, things pea soup thick your way. All right, a couple of showers, Middlesboro, south of Harlan. We're going to maintain that threat of seeing a shower from the morning into the afternoon as a lot of clouds extend from I-65 across the eastern half of the Bluegrass State. As we look at the planner heading through today, mostly cloudy, the threat of a shower. Yes, some of you dealing with some fog this morning, but we all get into some steadier, heavier rain late this afternoon and into this evening. More about the First Alert 7-day forecast in a few moments. Madison?
Tim, thank you, and thank you for joining us. The time is now 6:42. Still to come on Mountain News this morning. Yesterday, gunshots sent congregants running at a mega church in Houston during a day of Sunday worship.